Hey up, how you doing? It is a brew day. I don't know when you're going to see this, but it is the beginning of November and I'm still brewing outside in a t-shirt. You guys that don't live in the UK, this weather here is just unpredictable. It's absolutely crazy. So we're mashed in. The sparge water's at temperature and I got up this morning not knowing what I was doing. I treated my water last night, I got my base malt down, and then I hadn't decided what hops I was going to use. Shall we see? This is again a nice little cheeky simple one. 4.5 kgs of Marisotto, 100 grams of crystal, 100 grams of carapils. Hops using our crossmyloof. We're going with Stardust. A bit of Stardust action. I love it. I love it. A mix of hops. I don't even know everything that's in it. I love it. It's brilliant. So obviously it's galaxy space themed, isn't it? That's what it is. So we've definitely got some galaxy, some Apollo, some comet, some cluster and some strata. There's 10 in all, but it doesn't list them all. It leaves you just not quite knowing. I love it. Half a protoflock. Again, crossmyloof themed, crossmyloof 5. So there you go. I am waiting on my first ever, it's coming in between 11:36 and 12:36, my first ever bag of, it's Wyman's Pilsner malt, 25 kilo bag. Obviously you've seen on the channel I've done some Pilsners before, but I've never committed to a 25 kilo bag. 12 quid delivery, and I've just weighed out my grains last night for this and I'm nearly out of Marisotto. Now I don't know whether I could have bought 2 bags and still pay £12 postage. Dumbo. That's not ideal, is it? I think I've probably got a brew. I've definitely got a brew left of my Marisotto. I did say I was going to maybe look at some kits dinner already weighed out. I don't know. They're not that cheap. I've paid Worcestershire Hop Shop. I've just got this last bag of Pilsner from, and I can't remember how much it was. I think with postage it was 49 quid, but it wasn't because I bought. It was £39 for the bag, 12 quid postage, but they had loads of hops, hop pellets on offer, like 100 grams, which was like 4 quid down to 2 quid and 1 quid and 3 quid, and I just went, I went a bit, and there's some bit left field hops there that I had to look up, so I'll be bringing them to you. So I did end up spending 50 some quid, but still, I don't know, I'm going to have to get some old Marisotto in, aren't I, because I can't just brew Pilsners all winter. I don't know, I'm contemplating doing a couple of Pilsners. I might, because I want to do a hot Pilsner, hopped Pilsner. This malt, I was talking to somebody the other day about it, it's really good apparently. I'll bring that to you, but yeah, we're going to do a few Pilsners. I might use it for a base malt. I mean, I could do a Kolsch or something, couldn't I? But Kolsch. Sorry, Thomas. Yes, so I could do one of them. I could use it as a base malt anyway, but I think a really good Pilsner malt, I shouldn't really be, I don't know if I want to use it for, I don't know. I need to think about it. Again, unprepared. This is the problem going to be when crossmyloof shuts. I'm so unprepared and not planned. I'm never going to get enough together to get free postage anywhere else. And I don't know. Craziness. I need to sort that out, don't I? Simple, cheeky brew day. Like I say, I'm outside in a t-shirt in November. It's absolutely craziness. We're going to ferment this at probably 19 degrees C. Did I tell you what the hop schedule? I don't think I did I? Don't think I did. It's really complicated. You're probably going to need to take notes of this because there's a lot of them. It's a bit skilled, this one. It's a bit skilled. So I'm going to do 100 grams. Running on from my latest success with my Nipa, I'm going to try this today. I'm going to do 100 grams at 80 degrees C hop stand for 30 minutes. And then I'm going to do 125 grams dry hop at 13 degrees C for 4 days. There's nothing else. The rest of it's a 40-minute boil. There's no bittering hops. I don't want any bittering hops in this one. I want to try this and see how we go. That's it. That's it. Pretty straightforward, simple. There's a few of those mixed hops from crossmyloof I've not tried, and I think I might get hold of them all nearly. There might be a couple that I'm not so keen on. I've already got another one to try. Yeah, give them a go. Like I say, cheeky little simple brew day. I'm waiting for that bag of grain to come. Steady day. Nice and chilled. I've got some kegs to clean out. So I normally wash my kegs out one by one, but I've decided that I've got a few now, so what I'm doing, I'm letting a few build up and then just washing them on my bucket blaster all at once. So, saves on cleaner and that, doesn't it? Anyway, we'll be back at some point, probably when I'm having a drink this evening to tell you how it all went along. Right, we're all tucked up in fermenter. I need a drink, and I'll tell you why in a minute. Let me just get a slurp on, and we'll show you. I had a bit of an extensive clean down. Everything went super smooth until right at the end. Let me have a drink. I'll show you a bit of packing away and cleaning footage, and then I'll tell you what's occurred. Need this. So there you go. We're all packed away nicely in the fermentation fridge. 19 degrees C at the moment. Let's see how we progress. So, my parcel came today. My first ever 25 kg bag of Pilsner malt. I'm very excited. And I was going to brew a Pilsner tomorrow because I've got another day off. I can't at the minute. Well, I could, actually. Ooh, I could. Hang on. But I'll tell you why I'm probably not going to. So I've seen a few people using this NZ Brew 10. And it looks amazing. Only the other night I watched Yorkshire Homebrew. And it just looked incredible. Now I've got a few bits and pieces of cleaning fluid and stuff. So I'm going to use that up. So I thought I'll do a bit of a deep clean. So I did my kegs, then flushed them. Then I put my boiler on with my, and I put my hop spider in it. And then I put it through the dishwasher. Then I put my my wort chiller in it, a copper wort chiller in it for a bit. And then I put the grain basket in it for a bit. So we had a little bit of time at 60 degrees. So we did a brew. I did a 30-minute 80-degree hop stand and then all this cleaning. So, all cleaned up, all done, rinsed out. Went to unplug with Clarkstein. Couldn't get it out of the extension lead. I was like, that feels really hard. I couldn't see anything. I just couldn't unplug it. Anyway, after a bit of pulling and tugging, stuck in there. Absolutely welded. Now, I've had this machine, and I don't know which end it was. I've had this for donkey's years, as long as I can remember. Now, I've got a cutty-outy cutter. It's got a cutty-outy cutter on it. I've also got a... I didn't plug that in. I don't know what I was doing. So I don't know whether this has got hot and welded that to that, or whether this has got hot and welded this to that. Which broke the pin off. So that's that. Till later tomorrow when a new one of these adapter things comes. Now I've bought one of those adapters again. Well, not again, first time, but because it came with that. Like I say, I've had that bulkhead since before COVID. Years. And I've not had a problem. I know it got hot on the socket on an extension once, and it was all the way out, and I had to change the plug on that, but not on the machine. I need to hardwire it with those caravan things, but I'm not allowed anywhere near electrics. It is just dangerous for me. I'm just not competent anywhere near close enough. I'd have to get somebody to do it. I've got an electrician that comes and does all my work, but it just seems like a bit of a big call out. Anyway, we'll see. I will get... That's what I need to do. But I have got a second machine. I've actually never actually used yet. It's clean-ish. Probably needs a clean. Probably could brew tomorrow. I don't know, I'll see how I go. I've got other jobs I could be getting on with. And I've still got another couple of days where I could brew in the week. So, would like to get a Pilsner on. I told you I had about a brew left of my Marisotta, didn't I? Yeah. I thought, I'll make way for that bag coming. And because I've big boxes, 2 big boxes, I get 25 kgs of malt in. I thought... And they're sealed, they're airtight, so that's what I put them in to keep them fresh and lovely as soon as I'm able to open the bag. So I weighed out what I got and put it in a smaller airtight container, and I only had 3.8 kg, so I haven't even got a brew of Marisotta left now. I say, this poor planning, but I could probably wait and do a couple of Pilsner. I could use the Pilsner malt to... make anything, couldn't I? But it's just, I feel it's a bit of an expensive one. I know it's only a few quid a bag, but I think it's dearer. It's a bit of a dear way of doing it. That's what I reckon. Anyway, I think we hit 1.048 or 1.049. It's in the fermenter at 19 degrees. I'm waiting for my parts to come. I'm going to see how that goes. I think it was just because it was a really long... I put everything in for 3/4 of an hour, so it had another, on top of a normal brew day, it had another probably 2.25 hours, maybe getting on for 3 by the time I've messed about. Maybe it was just a bit too much for it. Like I say, it needs hardwiring, but I'm not touching that because I'm rubbish at electrics. Plumbing and electrics are not my strong points, and together I definitely don't mix them. I'd rather do plumbing than electrics, but I still don't like plumbing. Either way, that's where we are. So, yeah. And it didn't cause a problem. It didn't trip anything with it. It just wouldn't come apart. And obviously I had to... And it got hot. It probably got cold a bit. I don't know. Something's just gone. It didn't trip anything. Like I say, I've seen loads of you out there with male and female waterproof connectors on everything. That's what I definitely should do, but and I will. I've got a bit complacent because it's always been fine for years. I mean, I can't remember what year I got it, but I suppose things that go wrong at some point, don't they? Let's see how it goes. We'll see how the fermentation goes. We'll be back again, hopefully, in a bit. Cheers. Right, we're a week in to the Stardust. And we are absolutely, definitely, we're fermented out. So, yesterday I dry hopped it with another 125 grams. So, I didn't... I thought I was going to be brewing something else I haven't done yet. So I didn't put my hot bung on the top connector thingy in my bobby. So took lid off, chucked them in quick, put lid on, purged her. We're looking good. We are looking good. I'm loving the colour. I'm loving it. We're all good to go. Numbers to follow. So we've done it again. We have a beer in the glass. She is not clear, ladies and gentlemen. Crossmyloof 5. So SO5 essentially, I guess. It's the start of the keg. We haven't had many out this keg, so my whatever was on USC hopped IPA pale, whatever it was, that was cloudy for a start, but that did clear by the... We got down it a bit. Nice head. I've pulled that a bit vigorously. There's some big bubbles in there because I thought it wasn't going to hold a head very well because the glass, I didn't put the dishwasher on. I normally leave my glasses on the side. I'm not super anal about this, but I do wash my glasses by hand that has beer in them, and it has a separate sponge, so it doesn't get any grease and that on it. It is only used for glasses, and this went through the dishwasher, but we're alright. So we are, well, nice enough colour that, aren't we? Nice white head, fluffy, bit of big bubblage. Can't see the carbonation, but there is some, look. Oh, you can. There you go. There's carbonation in there. Just finished cleaning some kegs. I've started cleaning several kegs now at a time, and I'm just looking at my kegs. Sorry, I'm distracted because the kegs are there that I've just watched draining. Washed, draining. So yes, I do a batch at a time now. I've got enough to do that. So I'm ready for a libation, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. She smells fruity. She smells... Yeah, nice levels of fruitiness on that. It's generally probably the lemon and orange coming through mostly on that nose. Lovely. Stardust! Now, we don't know everything that's in this, do we? Numbers. We didn't do numbers, did we? Anyway, I threw that last bit of the video. So, numbers are you ready? OG, original gravity, 1.048. Final gravity, FG, 1.010. It's finished nicely. Not too dry, not too sweet. So it's bringing it in at a 5% of the ABV beer. So no bittering hops in this. We had an 80 degrees C whirlpool for half an hour, and then we had a dry hop at 13 degrees C. Didn't we? 225 grams of, we don't know every hop that's in there, but things like Apollo and Cluster, and stuff to do with outer space. So, it's got a bit going on in this, I've got to be honest. Again, I think probably there's a bit of grapefruit in this that I get confused with bitterness. We know there's no bitterness in this, don't we? A bit of grapefruit. There's definitely some citrus notes in here. I think it's got a little bit of everything, I've got to be honest. It's definitely got a bit of maltiness with some pininess and earthiness. Carbonation. It's got a bit of lime. All the citrusy ones. I think that's where we are with that. It's sort of citrusy with some earthy tones to it, and some grapefruity bits that I think's bitterness, which isn't bitterness, it's grapefruitiness. Lemon and lime as well. I reckon it's probably got about light to medium. I think it is a bit more medium mouthfeel, this. It tastes nice and substantial. I like it. You get that grapefruitiness at the end of the experience in the mouth. So we get a citriness at the start, all those citrus notes. It's a little bit earthy in the middle, a bit piney maybe, but they're really, really in the background. That earthy and that pininess is in the background, and then right on the back, when you've swallowed it and you just hear it, you get a nice cheeky little bit of lemon and a grapefruit. It's a nice refreshing drink, this. I like it. I think there was, I would say, looking at some of the hops that was in there, I think there was some quite high alpha acid hops, and I reckon a few of them was probably dual hops, bittering and dry hop aroma, tasting aroma hops as well. It's got a bit of lacing on the glass. It's got a nice light carbonation. It doesn't look muddy, does it? It looks nice and bright. Doesn't look brown like it's oxidised. It's just a bit murky. We're not getting sediment or anything at the bottom or anything floating around. It's just a hazy beer, which is fine. That's okay. Like I say, it's not oxidised. Doesn't taste cardboard. It's just a bit hazy. It's bright enough. If you get it in the right light, it's a nice bright beer, that. So we are just a bit hazy. If you've been watching this channel a while, you'll know that it doesn't matter. I don't care. It doesn't matter. In fact, we brew hazy beers, don't we? We brew them. I don't use anything in them. I'm not going to use anything in them at the minute. So it comes out as it is. It's all right. It's lovely. So, nice and fruity. And we've got a bit of that malt coming in. There's a bit of malt in this one. Lovely job. It's just good again. I've done it. It's happened again. I've got away with it. Another beautiful, beautiful, beautiful beer. I'm very happy. Do you know what? I went out. Got contacted by a mate who was stopping in the village with some family members. He's from a different... I used to work with him and he was at a different county. And he gave me a call. He says, I'm in the local pub. I'll be here for about an hour. I was like, okay. It was a Saturday afternoon, or late Saturday afternoon. I was like, I'll pop up if you like. So I went to see him, and I had a beer in there, and it was nice enough. But I've got to say, when I came home, and we know this, don't we? When I came home and pulled one of these and had it, I thought, do you know what? It's another level. And I know it's smaller batches, and we put more time into it, and blah, 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 blah. But this is where I want to be. This is where I want to be, with one of these in my hand. I don't mind going out, but the beer's just so much better. Have we got some updates for you, some quick updates? You might have seen, I've done a few brews recently. So I don't know whether I mentioned some things in the brew day that I'm mentioning again, but the boiler. We had a problem with the boiler, didn't we? The socket melted after the cool down. Well, it could have happened any time, couldn't it? But it melted itself, didn't it, to the extension cord. So I bought another one, and it did it before the strike water was even warm. So I asked a few forums and people, BrewTube officials, some people came up with that they was like, you don't want to be using one of them converters from 2 to 3 plugs, 2 pin to 3 pins. You don't want to be plugging in an extension cable. Well, I've had to plug it in an extension cable because it's not far. It's not. The cable wasn't long enough. So then someone come up with a heavy duty plug and a waterproof connector. So I have got plug off, put a waterproof connector on it. I pulled the cable out, the extension cable, because the extension cable, I wasn't going to use that again because the face, I didn't trust it. I could have used another 3 of the plugs, but I didn't want to, so I chopped it off and binned it and used the cable off that. And we are probably 4 brews in with it now, and we have not had a problem, so I think I may have actually fixed that. That is happy days. But I think I might have mentioned that in a video, or you're going to see that in a video coming up. I've been doing a bit of brewing recently, so I've been clustering videos up and saving them and sending them out once a week if I can, but I forget what I'm saying. I sometimes say the same things, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, we're here for the beer, aren't we? I did, though, have to brew on the Robo Brew. I think I brewed a Pilsner on that. That got me out of trouble. So you'll be seeing that video coming up, or you've seen that video come up. I don't know which way. Anyway, yes, so, lovely. A nice cheeky fruity number, no hot burn. grapefruit for bitterness, lightly carbonated, head hanging around, just really refreshing and beautiful. 225 grams of hops, lovely job, nice, and it's not really super in your face NEPA. It's just nice. It's just nice. Yeah, I like it. It's good. It's lovely. Another very enjoyable beer. On to the next brewing adventures. Thanks for watching. Cheers.
Like, subscribe, and hit the bell.